It's time for the Comcast Game of the Week. Hello, everybody. I'm Anthony Schultz, along with the coach. And, Coach, we had a couple of teams going in different directions right now. We've got Antioch, who's struggling a little bit. They've lost 3 of 4. And you've got Deer Valley. They've won 9 in a row and appear to be a dominating team. How do you see the matchup here today?
I see a matchup here today that Antioch really needs this game a lot more than Deer Valley does. Deer Valley is in first place, but Antioch is thinking about the North Coast Section playoffs, and if they're going to make the playoffs, they need this game desperately today to get to a 500 mark. Yeah, they can probably only afford one more loss if they are going to make the North Coast Section. Let's talk about the pitching matchup. First, for Deer Valley, Dylan Rath has got a 6-2 record, Coach, and he's pitching just lights out, a 1.66 ERA. He's been dominant so far. His changeup is his best pitch right now, and he's keeping hitters off balance. Has done a great job all year, and his pitching, he's got 1 walk to 3 strikeout ratio, which is just tremendous. And Bo McAlpin for Antioch, just 3 innings pitched, Coach. He missed some time. He's back now. He'll get his first start here this afternoon. Yeah, well, he had a rough start his first time out, but he's just getting his feet back under him. I expect a real good ball game from him today. He always rises to the occasion. It's Antioch against Deer Valley. Come on back, baseball on the Comcast Game of the Week coming up next.
Meet the guys who paved Infineon Raceway, the Oakland Coliseum, and Candlestick Park. They're American Asphalt, everything from shopping centers to walking paths. American Asphalt can do the job. Award-winning craftsmanship that goes into paving. No job is too big or too small. The next time you have resurfacing and repair needs, call American Asphalt, 1-800-541-5559.
Antioch Paintball Park!
With 3 fields of continuous paintball action, Contra Costa's newest hot attraction offers X-Ball, Rec Ball, and Airball. New rental guns and equipment available, arcade and more. Private games for groups of 20 more rented equipment. Open Saturday and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on 18th Street and L Street across from Antioch High School. For more information, call 75-PAINT.
Hi, I'm Rocco Vialli, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek, and invite you and your family into our new full-service sports bar. 25 flat-screen TVs to watch all the games. 18 draft beers for your enjoyment. Our new sports banquet room dedicated to local high school sports. Live entertainment at Rocco's every Saturday night. My family and staff look forward to seeing you here soon at Somewhere.
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
And back in Antioch from the Salcino Memorial Field, Anthony Schultz along with the coach John Whitman. It's the Deer Valley Wolverines and the Antioch Panthers doing battle here today in a game that, as you said in the open, Coach, Antioch desperately needs. And right now, Deer Valley cruising, trying to get one of those high seeds, Coach, so they can get a bunch of home games come the NCS time. Yeah, I don't know if they'll get a home game, but Deer Valley's got a great chance for a home game, and Antioch's that's what I meant.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Deer Valley's definitely got a great chance for a home game, and Antioch's just trying to get in.
All right, it'll be Jared Denham, Justin Mancy, and Cole McFarland here to start for the Deer Valley Wolverines. And Bo McAlpin, just 3 innings under his belt so far, deals, and the first one is just outside, ball 1.
Jared hitting at a 365 clip.
Carlos Camacho, the base umpire tonight, and Donald Say behind the plate calling the balls and strikes.
Carlos has been doing this a long time.
Swinging a ground ball to third. Picked up over there nicely. The throw across the diamond in time for out number 1. And Nicky Pasquale makes the put out. And 1 out now. And here's Justin Mancy. Here's the batting order for Deer Valley. Here's Denham, Mancy, McFarland, Kyle Lawton, Josh Pica, Simeon Maldonado, Mark Nesbitt, Tanner Renshaw, and Jordan Thule will bat 9th, and he is the DH.
Mancy hitting 298. And usually whatever Pasquale can flag down, he can throw on strike over to first base.
And Mancy takes high for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes to the Deer Valley second baseman. And McAlpin taking a long look at the catcher, Mark Nesbitt. Now time is called. Deer Valley squad coach putting up a ton of runs right now and not giving up very many. They've won 9 in succession. The 1-0 pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes. Cole McFarland waits on deck, and Kyle Lawton would bat should somebody reach.
McAlpin, just a sophomore.
2-0 delivery, swing. That one is lined up the middle, a base hit. So Mancy has the first hit of the ball game. He rounds, takes a big wide turn around first, and will hold there with a 1-out single. So Denham grounded to third, and now Mancy a base hit, and now that'll bring up Cole McFarland. Take another look. And Mancy coach getting a fastball right down Broadway that time and turned on it nicely.
That ball was hit just past Caleb Lusty, who just was brought up to the varsity, a freshman. Jacob Lusty's younger brother.
Yeah, McAlpin, the usual shortstop, obviously pitching tonight. And defensively for Antioch, Carter, Martinez, and Miller from left to right in the outfield. Pasquale, McAlpin, Campbell, and Barton from third to first in the infield. And there's McAlpin pitching and Buck behind the plate. So timeout here on the field as they make sure they've got the batting order straightened out here. Donald Say making sure everything's straightened out. The Comcast Game of the Week only seen on your Comcast channel, 933-6264, or go to www.gameofweek.com.
Mancy did a great job taking that ball up the middle. Pitch was down the middle, timed it perfectly, and drove it right back up where it came from.
You look at the Panthers, coach, and they've had their struggles this year. Certainly, a couple of those games they've really gotten blown out, but they've lost several close games as well. And actually, in their last contest, they lost to a very powerful De La Salle squad, 5-0, coach. But really, it was the second inning of that ball game that was their undoing. A few errors. They gave up 5 unearned runs, and nothing the rest of the way. So they actually played a very tough De La Salle team, very, very close. They've also beat a good Clayton Valley team earlier this year. And they said that strength of schedule, if they can get to 500 before the end of the year, coach, would help them get into the North Coast playoffs. McFarland takes high for ball one.
Cole's got 24 hits on the year. He's leading his team with the most hits. That's a ton of hits.
Trying to keep this inning going. 1 on, 1 out for Deer Valley.
Also leads his team with, and he was leaning.
There's a throw back to first. And if that pitch is a little more to the right, coach, I think they've got him picked off of first base.
Yeah, he was leaning. He was definitely going there.
Take
see
another
that
look.
little lean, that little right hip turn. If that throws on the money, he's gone.
Next pitch is high, 2 balls and no strikes.
McFarland also leads the team with 13 RBIs, so he's been doing a great job at the plate.
As many of these hitters have been. Very powerful ball club here for Deer Valley in their 10th year in existence. There goes the runner. The pitch is high. The throw down is in time, and they got him. It looked momentarily, coach, like he had slid under the tag. But Carlos Camacho, the base umpire, says nothing doing. And that is a caught stealing and a good throw.
By Brandon.
That time by Brandon Buck.
Brandon Buck threw a strike to second base. Nice tag by Percy Campbell. And he got 2 outs.
And McFarland now draws the base on balls. But much easier to take after the caught stealing. So 2 out and a man aboard now. So McFarland the walk. Mancini, of course, single, but he was caught stealing. And now we'll bring up the left fielder, Kyle Lawton. Next pitch is high, and right now, McAlpin having a tough time getting that ball down. And a lot of those pitches, those fastballs in particular, coach, sailing a bit high.
Well, if you notice, he's pitching backwards. By that I mean his first pitch is a breaking ball. So fastball counts. He's throwing off speed and breaking pitches. And And off-speed.
Next one is low, and they count 2 balls and no strikes. Should Lawton keep it going, we'd see the right fielder Josh Pica. Deer Valley trying to get something going here in the first. 2 on, 1 out for the Wolves. Here's the pitch, fastball outside. And Lawton being very patient here. And now a 3-ball count. Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria, best pizza in the East Bay. Ignacio Valley at Oak Grove. That's Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria. Three balls and no strikes. McAlpin's pitch, and that is on the outside corner with a fastball and a strike. 3-1. You wouldn't figure McFarland would be going here. Let me see if we can wait to get to the full count. He is going, swinging a foul straight back. So McFarland running with the pitch, but he'll have to return to first. And Lawton's still up there now with a 3-ball, 2-strike count, so McFarland will get a jump off of first base here. Celia's Mexican Restaurant, 523 West 10th Street, and G in downtown Antioch. Celia's Mexican Restaurant, thank you for the crew meal tonight. And thank you very much, Hector. There goes the runner. The pitch is high, and Lawton draws the base on balls. So a single and a pair of walks here. But we did have the runner caught stealing, so 2 outs. And now 2 on for Josh Pica.
Pica's coming off a big game where he was 3 for 3 the other day against Ignacio Valley with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, hitting .333 on the year.
Well, chance now to drive in a run here with a base hit. Outfield pretty deep for Josh. Pitch, that one is popped up, short right field. That one is going to be caught. What a play that time by Percy Campbell, going out from second base to make the grab. And instead of an RBI base hit, it's out number 3. So a couple of walks and a base hit and 2 left after half an inning. No score here from Antioch. So what a play that time by Percy Campbell going out, Coach.
Great job.
Making a fine catch right there, robbing Deer Valley of at least a run. So a nice first inning there for Bo McAlpin as he gets out of that inning unscathed. And now we'll see the great Deer Valley pitcher, Dylan Rath. And here's a replay of that last play.
Right off the end of the bat, number 1, so it's got spin. And he had to go a long way to get it. And the hard part's holding on to it once you hit the ground. And he did. Great job.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a base hit all the way, but nice play there. And the batting order for Antioch. Percy Campbell will lead it off. Jimmy Miller in right field will bat second. Brandon Buck, Richie Carter, Robert Barton, Bo McAlpin the pitcher. Modesto Martinez is in center field tonight. Jake Lusty is the DH, and Nick Pasquale will bat ninth, and he will play third base. And now the left-hander Dylan Rath, Coach, and what a season he's had. 50 innings pitched, Coach, 58 strikeouts this year, so he has really been a nightmare for opposing batters.
Yeah, when you've got a 1 strikeout per inning, that's great.
That's excellent, yeah.
Like I said earlier, 3 strikeout to 1 walk ratio tells me he's around the plate all the time.
Defensively for Deer Valley, from left to right in the outfield, Lawton, Denham, and Pica. From third to first in the infield, McFarland, Renshaw, Mancy, and Maldonado. Nesbitt behind the plate. Rath on the mound for Dennis Luquette in his first year here at Deer Valley. I believe it's his 10th year here in Deer Valley. He's been here forever. Actually, it's Ben Juarez who's in his first year here at Antioch High School.
And what usually happens, somebody makes a great play, they come right to the plate.
Well, here it is. Percy Campbell, he takes the strike, and it's 0-1. So made that fine play to end that last half inning. See if he can't get things started offensively here. Breaking ball and just a bit out in front. Fouls it back, and it's 0-2.
I saw the Panthers on Tuesday against De La Salle, and I thought they chased quite a few pitches out of the strike zone. Let's see if they're a little more disciplined today.
You know, Percy Campbell, nice average at .419, 18 hits, and he scored 9 times. Next pitch is way up high, a waste pitch there, and it's 1-2.
They're very aggressive.
Look at these Panthers, Coach. These top hitters, the slugging percentage is very good. Percy Campbell up over 400 at .465, and he reaches for one, swings and misses, Coach, and he went out of the strike zone that time, and he's out number 1.
Out of the strike zone and the off-speed pitch.
And you talk about Rath, you talked about pitching backwards, Coach. He's definitely a guy that usually will start his hitters with the off-speed stuff and then finish them with the fastball, but not that time with Percy Campbell.
So this is not too good. The catcher throws the ball away on the strikeout to left field. Left fielder picks it up, throws it over the shortstop's head.
That's one of our camera people. She thought it was a 5 o'clock start. They must have a good union, huh, Coach?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's Jimmy Miller. And Jimmy takes ball 1. And Rath, sort of an abbreviated windup for Dylan Rath.
Rath reminds me of a major league pitcher. Let's see if you can come up with it. And the pitcher's been around a while. He's been an all-star. See, he's left-handed. Let's see if you can come up with it.
Miller waits, and the 1-1. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. And it's 1-2. Several different pitches that Dylan features. Pitched a little bit last year for the club, Coach, but they tell me that a lot of people haven't seen very much of him. That ball is in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But everybody's taking notice now because certainly one of the best pitchers in this league without question. The 2-2 pitch, and that bounces up there. Full count now, 3-2 to Jimmy Miller, the center fielder. Brandon Buck, the catcher, would be next. Jimmy Miller coming in at 294. Swings and fouls this one straight back. And the count remains full at 3-2.
Jimmy eats, drinks, and sleeps this game. He loves baseball.
Another payoff pitch, and that is outside and low, and ball 4. So Jimmy Miller draws a base on balls, and that'll bring up the number 3 hitter, Brandon Buck. And Brandon, sparkling batting average, Coach, at .442, 19 hits already in the year, including 3 doubles, a home run, and 8 driven in.
He's their most consistent hitter. If he's not catching, he's been the DH. He's been sharing the catching duties with Mr. Harper. Both have been doing a fine job behind the plate.
Which is a nice thing to have because certainly by the end of the year, spending all that time in the crouch, it's usually going to take a little sting out of your bat by the end of the season. Brendan Theater's Movie Magic in downtown Concord and Pittsburgh, www.brendantheaters.com. Thank you, Jerry, Brian, and Johnny. Nice to get those movie tickets, Coach. See a lot of good movies over there. First pitch to Buck, that is low. So 1 on, 1 out here for Antioch. Home half of the first inning on a beautiful sunny day. Like spring starting to bleed into summer here in Northern California. There's a pitch. That is right through there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Rath very deliberate on his leg lift here. And if he goes to junior college or moves on, he's going to have to be quicker because they'll just take off on his first movement. I don't care if he's a reader and throws over to first. They'll just outrun the ball.
And there goes Jimmy Miller, and actually stops and went back. The pitch was swung on and missed, and the count now 1-2. So a bluff that time by Miller as he headed back to first base. And Miller 3 of 4 stealing bases this year. So he, as well as a number of these Antioch Panthers, can definitely run. Swing and a miss by Buck. And down he goes.
He's got 2 Panthers on changeups. I learned that when I was over at Los Medanos in '89 when I left here for the 1 year, and I had Kyle Turner, and I turned Kyle into a reader with a slow leg kick. We went down to play San Jose City College in September, and they stole 19 bases on us in a doubleheader on our 3 lefties. And I quickly learned that you've got to have a quick leg lift if you're a left-hander, because at that level, 19-year-old guys will outrun the ball.
This one bounces up to the plate, and now it's Richie Carter, the DH, and he takes the first one low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Miller with his lead. Now a throw back over to first, and Jimmy dives back in safely. So 1 on and 2 out here for Antioch. Panthers trying to get on the board first here in the opening frame. Rath pitch, and this one is fouled off and out of play toward the football field it goes.
See, when you got as good a changeup as Rath has, it makes your fastball look faster. That's why he's late.
There's a picture from the Hertz cam. High above South Cena Memorial Field, and this next pitch is high. 2 balls and a strike now. Hertz Equipment Rental. Visit their newest location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco, 680-0316. That's Hertz Equipment Rental. Runner not going, swinging. This one fouled, and it'll be up and over the Deer Valley dugout.
See, Rath is speeding up their bat and slowing it down. He's doing a great job out there.
You talk about holding the runners on as a left-handed pitcher coach. Lou Brock used to say that even when the left-handers are kind of looking right down your throat, he was easier to read than the right-handed pitcher. There goes the runner. Swinging. This one is popped up on the infield.
And it's a changeup.
Mancy going over, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. So after 1 full inning of play here from Antioch, no score between the Panthers and the Wolves.
You can play on the treadmill, or you can learn how to sweat for real. You can get your heart rate up, or you can experience full-on fitness. At Velocity Sports Performance, we don't believe in silly trends. We believe in serious results. We believe in free motion, natural resistance, and putting hardcore work into your workout. We hire certified exercise science coaches, and we amp up the competition factor with semi-private group training. Come in and find out what a real workout means.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental of Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
And back in Antioch, and you see lovely Antioch, California. A beautiful day here. Deer Valley against the Panthers. And another inning of work here for Bo McAlpin. It'll be Simeon Maldonado, Mark Nesbitt, and Tanner Renshaw, the first 3 hitters for Deer Valley in the top half of the second inning. So McAlpin, another inning of work. And Bo, fastball, knuckleball, a curveball, and a split. Came back Easter break for the club.
What? Yeah.
And actually missed a little bit of time, but he's back now. And Antioch's hoping that he can help them make a run toward the NCS playoffs. All right, here's Maldonado, the first baseman. And the first pitch to Simeon is on the outside corner, strike 1. Good fastball that time from McAlpin. And the next one swung on, lifted in the air, short center field. Everybody converging. Nobody's going to get it. It's going to be a base hit.
Bermuda Triangle.
A bloop base hit there for Maldonado to start the second.
That was a tough one. Right between those 3 guys.
Yeah, you saw Miller, Becerra, and Campbell converging on Coach, and like you said, just right in the middle of all 3 of them. And then, of course, they're all kind of slowing up because they don't want to crash into one another. So it's a leadoff base hit for Maldonado, and here's the catcher, Mark Nesbitt.
The center fielder has priority over everybody else there. He's the quarterback. Nice bunt.
There's a bunt. McAlpin off the mound to get it toward first base and throws out Nesbitt. And on the play, Maldonado moves down to second base on the sacrifice.
With a runner at first, you bunt the ball to first. Because the first baseman has to hold him on, and he's 90 feet away.
And that's exactly what happened. McAlpin, certainly his only play was to first base. So now the shortstop, Tanner Renshaw, Coach, a chance to give Deer Valley the first lead of the game. Pitch, fastball, outside, and Renshaw takes 1 ball. McAlpin, a long look in. Maldonado, a pretty short lead over there at second base, even though nobody's holding him on. The next one is low, 2 balls and no strikes.
Don't forget, we got a freshman just came up at shortstop. He's playing over in the hole a little bit. Percy has. They're not doing anything to keep him close.
Next pitch is outside, 3 balls and no strikes.
There's the freshman. They've had some injuries on. They've had some injuries on the team. Had to bring them up.
And that is ball 4 to Renshaw. So now first and second as Renshaw trots down to first base. And here's Jordan Full, the DH. So a bloop base hit to center by Maldonado. Nesbitt with a sacrifice bunt, and now the walk to Renshaw. American Asphalt serving you for 20 years. 541-5559. That's AmericanAsphalt.com.
Nobody really hurt with the walk. He set up the double play possibility. So you're 1 pitch away.
And this next looks like a knuckleball. And it's a bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to Thule. So Deer Valley trying to make some noise here in the second inning. There you take a look at the DH, Jordan Thule, the junior.
You don't see the DH batting ninth very often.
Now, you're usually thinking he's more of a middle of the lineup type of guy, but usually I guess when you think of that, Coach, it's more of the major league level, not necessarily here in high school. To a 2-ball count to Thule.
But the DH is a great tool to get an extra kid in the game. That's why I like it so much.
And the ball gets away this time, and both runners are going to move up. So Brandon Buck looked like he should have caught it, Coach. It'll probably go as a pass ball. And now Thule with a base hit can plate 2 runs here. And a pretty thick grass out there, Coach. And with the outfield playing as far back as it is, I would imagine that anything getting into the outfield would score 2.
And it feels back.
3 balls and no strikes.
They'll give up a run with a ground ball.
3-0 pitch is outside, ball 4. So second walk of the inning. And now the bases are loaded as we go back to the top of the order. And Jared Denham, he grounded to third his first time. Now the battery talking it over here, Brandon Buck and Bo McAlpin. And all of a sudden, Bo's hit a little bit of a sticky point here and see if he can't work his way through. And there are your base runners. Maldonado there at third, Renshaw at second, and Jordan Thule, the runner at first base.
Corners are up. They'll go home on a ground ball to them.
Denham squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
If the ball takes Pasquale towards second base, he'll try to throw the ball to second for a double play. If it's right at him, he'll go home with it.
Very young Antioch team, Coach, trying to find its way. Here's another one that almost gets away, and Buck able to corral that one before it headed to the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. 8 players on this club, Coach. Didn't even play junior varsity baseball. Kind of trying to learn it all here at the varsity level. 2-0 pitch, and that is high. 3 balls. Actually, 2 balls and 1 strike, excuse me. All of a sudden, McAlpin falling behind nearly every hitter. Two on, swinging a ground ball to third. Glove there, Pasquale. He's going to come home, but he's going to get the out at home plate. Maldonado is forced out on a very nice play by Brandon Buck to come off the plate, make the catch, come back and tag home plate to record the out. Big play by Brandon Buck, the catcher there. Pasquale's going to get this one, Coach.
Pasquale.
But he doesn't make a great throw, but look at the play by Buck with the stretch.
He had to drag his foot across that plate. That was had to be a great play by Buck. Okay.
So Jared Denham grounds to third here, and it's a force out at home plate. And here's Mancy now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. So let's see if McAlpin can squirm out of this one. Now Mancy's going to ask for time. And Justin Mancy, single in his first time back in the first and was caught stealing. Roger Fernando, State Farm Insurance, 2200 Camino Ramon in San Ramon. That's Roger Fernando, State Farm Insurance. Mancy takes a strike there. No balls and 1 strike to the Deer Valley second baseman.
Infielders got to get dirty here. Keep the ball in the infield.
Pitch and a nice block that time by Brandon Buck. So a couple of nice plays here in this inning by Buck after allowing that pass ball. He's blocked a couple of balls, and he did a great job in fielding Pasquale's throw to record the second out. And that breaking ball in there for a strike. Stayed high and then broke down.
One thing I notice here, Renshaw's coming down the line. He's actually in fair territory. If that ball hits him, let's see where he's at next time. If that ball hits him, he will be out.
There's one that hops up to the plate.
Want to make sure you're in foul territory when you're on third base. Here he comes down foul.
And maybe try not to get hit with the ball.
Right.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases full of Wolverines. McAlpine trying to pitch out of a jam. Here's one, and that is a called strike 3. Mancy doesn't like it, complaining the pitch is high, but Mancy pitches out of the jam. Deer Valley leaves, the bases loaded. We'll head to the bottom of the second from Antioch. Still no score.
Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from State Farm agent Roger Fernando in San Ramon. When a coach understands the player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with State Farm agent Roger Fernando. Roger knows your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's. See State Farm agent Roger Fernando and his team in San Ramon. Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. The prize wheel spins weekly with great prizes. The Prize Patrol, promotional events, and other activities happen monthly. Check out the Brendan Theater website for more information and great savings ideas. All at Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh. Enjoy the movie.
At the 15-yard line comes right, 30, got a lane to the 40, near side midfield, foot race, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Stanford! Wow, waves!
And back to Antioch High School. Bottom of the second inning we go, and the Antioch Panthers with a fine job to wiggle out of a jam there in the first, leaving the bases loaded and keeping this ball game scoreless. So it'll be Barton, Bo McAlpin, and Jacob Lusty, the 3 batters here in the second. And should anybody reach, we'd see third baseman Nicky Pasquale. Now here's Barton to lead it off against Dylan Rath.
And Rath retired all 3 Panthers on his changeup last inning. That's his great out pitch. And he starts off with another changeup.
So Rath just trying to keep it going. He's been the most consistent pitcher for the Wolverines this year.
Have you figured out who he looks like in the major leagues yet?
No.
Kenny Rogers.
I hope his attitude's a little better.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
This next pitch is low. 2 balls and no strikes to Barton.
He's got that confidence out there.
And Dennis Luquette said he's one of the biggest reasons, Coach, why the Deer Valley Wolverines are doing as well as they are this year.
You can tell he's out there. He exudes confidence. He's got a nice, quick pace. His defense loves to play behind guys like that who get the ball, get up on the hill, and throw it quick.
And Mark Nesbitt now going out to talk to Dylan Rath. Count 3 balls and no strikes to the leadoff hitter here in the second inning, and Robert Barton. The 19th hole, Casino and Lounge, where the action is always hot. 2746 West Tregallis Road, behind the Antioch Post Office. That's the 19th hole, Casino and Lounge. Thank you, Eddie Bodine. The 3-0 pitch to Barton, and he takes high ball 4. So a leadoff walk here. And Barton's aboard for Bo McAlpin. And we'll see if the Panthers aren't doing the same thing that the Wolverines are doing and try to bunt that runner over. Additional sponsors, Rock Bottom Records and Antioch Opticians. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you, Greg.
Rob Barton swung at that pitch on Tuesday. He laid off it today.
And McAlpin is bunting.
Nobody covering third
base.
Nobody covering third
over
base.
To second.
It's a foot race.
And they're going to race over to third. And a nice job to try to get over there and prevent the runner from taking third base that time.
That's the catcher's responsibility to go down on the interchange. The third baseman fields it. He goes down and says interchange and covers third.
And pretty nice job by Tanner Renshaw to race down to third, Coach, and then able to short hop that throw and keep the runner from going to third base.
There's the bunt. See the third base. The catcher should be down at third base right now. he calls out interchange and covers third when the third baseman fields it.
So a sack bunt by
That's trouble.
McAlpine.
That's
This
trouble.
one lined to the right. That's going to fall for a base hit. Round third, and the ball is going to be cut off. And the ball was hit so sharply, the runner unable to come all the way home. So Robert Barton is going to have to stop at third base. But now with just one out, runners at first and third as Jacob Lusty delivers a base hit.
On the first pitch, Pika played that really well because that ball had a lot of spin on it towards the line. He played it really nice.
You always want to hit the ball hard, Coach, but here it kind of works against them a little bit because, as you see, Pika comes up with that ball very quickly.
He gets it right into the cutoff man at first base. Holds the Panthers at first and third.
So first and third with one out here. Rath in a little bit of trouble. And here's the third baseman, Nicky Pasquale. His pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So let's see if Pasquale can't give the Panthers the lead here. Nicky, a long look down there at third baseman, at the third base coach, and the sophomore now ready. Rath delivers a check swing. And they're going to say strike two.
There's your all-speed pitch.
So Donald Say says that was a strike, so 2 strikes. Nobody out, 2 runners on. Actually, 1 out, excuse me. On the sack bunt by McAlpin. He was thrown out at first base. Rath's pitch, swing, and a pop foul and out of play over toward the football field. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. So a Robert Barton walk to start the inning, a sack bunt by McAlpin, and a Lusty single put runners at first and third. And Pasquale trying to get the Panthers on the board. Swing, a little tapper, and that's short right center field, going back and unable to get it. That is going to fall for a base hit. They could get a force at second, but there's an overthrow. So that's going to be an RBI base hit, Coach, but was almost a force out at second base.
Well, Lusty did the right thing. The big thing you want to make sure you don't do is run into a double play. That takes you out of the inning. So you never want to run into a double play.
So that was a
good 2-strike hitting. And he just turned the wrong way and couldn't quite come up with it. They had a chance for the force play, so they end up getting nobody. Now there's runners at first and second.
You saw Mancy going so far out there, Coach, and right now with the way the ball's being hit, at least early on, the outfielders might be playing a little deep, but that's easy to say until the ball goes over your head. So Mancy going out, couldn't get to that one, ends up being an RBI base hit. So 1 in, 2 on, and 1 out for the Panthers now, and they've taken the lead 1-0. So Victor Becerra now, the right fielder, will get a chance. Velocity Sports Performance, maximize your potential. 1505 Willow Pass Road. That's Velocity Sports Performance. Two on and 1 out. And the outfield has come in a little bit here. Pitch to Becerra, and he's going to bunt. And that one is just going to kick foul, and it'll be strike 1. Nice thought by Becerra. It really caught everybody by surprise, but the ball going up the first baseline just did kick foul. So no balls and 1 strike to Victor. Panthers making some noise here in the second inning.
Yeah, I was really surprised that first baseman Maldonado charged all the way down the line there. Look where the second baseman is. He's got to travel 80 feet to go cover first. You don't want to go over there unless
Ground
you really
ball.
have to. There's a comebacker.
Raft to second for 1, over to first, and that is a double play. So a double play ends the inning, but the Panthers do score 1, and they take the lead after 2 full from Antioch. It's the Panthers 1, the Wolverines 0.
If you dump your oil, tempers boil, it ends up in the bay. Oh, smile, it's Oil Buster Camera. Don't want your oil to choke us, you're in focus, your neighbors just might say. Smile, It's all Buster Camera. Well, it's not fun to pay a big fine for polluting our water supply. No, it's not fun to talk to police as the neighbors walk on by. So now you're reeling, how's the wallet feeling? A big fine you're gonna pay. Smile, it's all Buster Camera. Smile, it's all Buster Camera.
Top of the third we go, 1-0 in favor of Antioch as they are able to play to run in that inning, but got to feel a little disappointed after hitting into that double play. They thought they could have had more than just one.
But Rath really helped himself out by fielding that comebacker, threw a strike to the shortstop and to Renshaw, and it's nice having Maldonado over there at first base because that ball was not an accurate throw, and having that big first baseman really helped out there.
Yeah, you always want to have that tall first baseman. That's why you want to have him. So it'll be Cole McFarland, Kyle Lawton, and Josh Pica here to start the third inning. Cytosport, driven by science, inspired by performance. That's Cytosport. McAlpin's first pitch. That one is laced into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. That one's going to get into the gap. McFarland around first, headed for second, and he will be in there with a double to lead off the third inning. So a leadoff double, and now here comes Lawton. McFarland walked back in the first. He doubles here. So he's 1 for 1. And here's Lawton, who walked back in the first inning.
Ball was right down the middle, drove it in the left center field gap. He knew that was a double right off the at contact and never stopped motoring. Nice job.
So here's Kyle Lawton, also a very fine pitcher for this club. He's going to bunt. McAlpin off the mound to get it, and he'll throw to first with Percy Campbell covering. They'll get the out, but the sacrifice is good. And on the play, Cole McFarland moves down to third base. Take a look. Lawton clearly trying to move the runner over, and he does so successfully.
Nice job, spins. Ball's up in the zone, but got it down. Got the ball to the right side. Move the runner over to third. Infield's in.
As a former coach, you got to love the fundamentals. Everybody's been pretty good at it here today.
Yeah, both teams doing a good job moving runners into scoring position.
And Pica takes a strike on the outside corner. The infield all creeping in now. They're going to try to come to the plate if one is hit to them. See if they can't cut off McFarland at home plate. McAlpine's pitch, and that is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A McFarland double. Lawton sacrificed him over to third, and now Pica trying to pick him up with a base hit. Base hit or even something to the outfield here. Swing and a miss, and Pica looked fooled on that one, Coach. That swing looked like it was all arms that time.
And back-to-back breaking balls. I think he was expecting something hard, and he didn't get it.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, last inning, Deer Valley left the bases loaded. Now they're threatening again. 1-2 pitch way up high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Taking a look at the Bay Valley League standings, Coach. Clayton Valley at 15-3. Deer Valley right with them at 15-3. De La Salle, a great season. Antioch at just 7-11, but 6-4 in league. So against the league, and they actually beat Clayton Valley earlier this year. A very fine team.
Good
swing
pitch.
and a miss, strike 3 on the foul tip. So Pica is gone as he strikes out for out number 2, and that'll bring up Simeon Maldonado. And for that infield here of the Panthers, they'll get to move back here now. And really not a good at bat here, Coach. Another swing that looked like it was all arms.
Yeah, he chased the breaking ball yet, and if he did hit it, it wasn't going to go very far.
So here's Simeon Maldonado, a blue base hit to center back in the second inning. The Simeon's 1 for 1. Trying to get McFarland home. He takes the pitch high, ball 1.
Simeon hitting .348 this year.
Look at some of the Bay Valley League leaders, Coach, and Kyle Lawton and Dylan Rath, 2 guys at the top of the heap pitching here in the league, as Maldonado fouls that one back. So when you have a couple of guys like that with those minuscule ERAs, especially when you total up all those innings, no reason to wonder why Deer Valley is where they're at. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball that stays high, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Outfield deep and out there and left. Robert Barton playing pretty deep. And the rest of the way about medium deep, and this one's way outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Maldonado.
With a runner at third base, you've got to have a lot of confidence in your catcher if you're going to throw breaking balls. And both these clubs have got great catchers, and they're able to throw breaking balls with runners at third base.
And that's really is a luxury that you love to have. You don't have to close down that repertoire swing, and this one is popped straight up, and it will drift out of play. And the count now goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 1-0 in favor of Antioch. Deer Valley trying to get even right here. Should Maldonado keep this going, we would see the catcher Mark Nesbitt. Now the battery wants to go through the signs again. And there's Simeon back in. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a foul. Off speed that time.
Barely got a piece of that. That was almost in the catcher's mitt.
Muir Orthopedic Specialists, locations in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, and Brentwood. 939-8585. That's Muir Orthopedic Specialists.
This is a good at bat right here.
And another payoff pitch to Maldonado. Swing, check swing, and strike 3, and Maldonado is down. And Deer Valley is going to leave yet another runner in scoring position. So to the bottom of the third we go. It's still 1-0 Antioch.
Are you sidelined by an injury? Muir Orthopedic Specialist, experienced team of physicians, specialize in treating athletic injuries of the knee, shoulder, elbow, foot, and ankle, to mention a few. Our trainers offer state-of-the-art rehab facilities. Muir Orthopedic Specialist. We can get you back in the game. Located in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, and Brentwood. Call today, 888-96-ORTHO.
Meet the guys who paved Infineon Raceway, the Oakland Coliseum, and Candlestick Park. They're American Asphalt, everything from shopping centers to walking paths. American Asphalt can do the job. Award-winning craftsmanship that goes into paving. No job is too big or too small. The next time you have resurfacing and repair needs, call American Asphalt, 1-800-541-5559.
And back to Antioch, and there is the football field here at Antioch. And of course, our viewers very familiar with that. We almost every year have the big little game between Pittsburgh and Antioch right here. Sometimes here, sometimes in Pittsburgh.
And Antioch and Deer Valley are 2 of 8 East Valley high schools that do not have field turf. Did you know that?
I did not know that, Coach. But I do know that when you travel around, most of the time you are seeing the new stuff. Not too many grass fields around the high school circuit anymore. And this pitch to Percy Campbell leading off the bottom of the third. And that is strike 1. Percy, a strikeout victim back in the first. Rath's next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 2. And Percy quickly in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Campbell, Miller, Brandon Buck, and should anybody reach, we'd see the designated hitter Richie Carter. And there's Percy taken outside for a ball. Percy made that very nice play going back on a ball in that first inning, helping to keep Deer Valley off the scoreboard. Next pitch to Percy, swinging a foul straight back, and the count remains at 1-2. Last time these two teams met, Coach, 17-1 in favor of Deer Valley back on the 20th, back on March the 20th, but so far a completely different story here. Swing and one down in the dirt. Ball gets away from Nesbitt. He'll throw on to first. And Percy Campbell is a strikeout victim here, leading off the third inning.
On the changeup.
And going out of the strike zone to try to get it. You were saying how the last time you saw the Panthers, that was maybe one of the problems they were having, not being patient enough. But, you know, sometimes, Coach, you get into that two-strike position and everything looks like it's too close to take.
Yeah, but you got to be disciplined and read the ball early.
Togo, 1768 Willow Pass Road, 685-8600. That's Togo's Great Sandwiches. All right, here's Jimmy Miller, the center fielder. He walked back in the first inning. He bats here with nobody aboard and one out. Panthers a 1-0 lead. Rath's first pitch, swing and a miss on the fastball. And Miller swinging right through. And Rath looks like he's got some pretty good heat on that fastball. And once he gets it elevated, tough to catch up to. This one hops up to the plate and back to the screen it goes. Count 1-1. Outfield much more shallow here, and they've really shifted over. Josh Pica, not thinking that Miller is going to pull this ball. He's playing in sort of short right center field. If Miller could pull one down the line, he could run for days. There's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike.
Good pitch. Down and away.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing, and that went toward right center, and pretty good positioning right there.
That's a good job by the Deer Valley staff.
As Pica didn't have too far to go. If he's playing at a normal depth and normal position, that's probably into the gap.
All right, the staff went down and got it, but the staff, that's called pitching into your defense. Staff positioned him, and he pitched the ball where they wanted him to pitch it, and the defense was in position to catch it. Great job by Deer Valley.
Definitely. So a fly to right by Miller. Here's Brandon Buck. And that one hops up there. 1 ball and no strikes. Brandon, a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Couple of walks, 3 strikeouts so far for Dylan Rath. And his defense has turned in double play, the one in which he started, swinging a foul ball. That's headed toward the football field. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brandon Buck hitting here with nobody aboard and 2 down. And there's a fastball at the knees and a called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Rath did have a little bit of problem there in the first, yielding that 1 run, but has been able to get ahead of most of the hitters here so far, swinging a foul ball on the off-speed pitch. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now the Panthers at Deer Valley today. They'll get Pittsburgh on May the 1st, swinging a foul straight back. And then on the 3rd, they'll get Ignacio Valley. And then they'll finish up with Liberty, Freedom, and then at Heritage. And pretty much, Coach, maybe 1 more loss, but looking to make that playoffs, they might just have to run the table to get in it for the Antioch Panthers to secure a playoff spot. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, strike 3. And down goes Buck. And at the end of 3 full, still 1-0 Panthers.
It doesn't matter what sport you play. It doesn't matter what position you play. It doesn't matter whether you're turning pro or just starting out. It doesn't even matter how old you are. If you want to maximize your potential, you need Velocity Sports Performance. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Hi, I'm Rocco Vialli, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek, and invite you and your family into our new full-service sports bar. 25 flat-screen TVs to watch all the games. 18 draft beers for your enjoyment. Our new sports banquet room dedicated to local high school sports. Live entertainment at Rocco's every Saturday night. My family and staff look forward to seeing you here soon at
And back here in Antioch, top of the fourth inning we go. Mark Nesbitt to lead it off. He'll be followed by Tanner Renshaw and Jordan Thull. And Coach, in your notes, I see you have a favorite movie here for Mark Nesbitt, and one that everybody might take some interest in.
Casablanca.
Unbelievable. Purchase your copy of this game, $25 per DVD, 933-6264, or visit the website, www.gameofweek.com. Now, how many kids that age have even seen that movie?
Not many. Boy, that's interesting. And his favorite TV show is Jeopardy. This kid, he stays on.
Smart kid.
He's probably very good in the classroom, and he likes those Aztecs at San Diego State.
So play it again, Sam, as Nesbitt stands in here to start the fourth inning, and he takes ball one. So Deer Valley, with those 9 straight wins, Coach. They actually started the season with a loss to San Ramon as Nesbitt swings and pops this one up to center field. Jimmy Miller coming in, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Nesbitt, a fly to center to start the fourth, and that'll bring up Tanner Renshaw, who walked back in the second inning. So then they started reeling off wins, did the Wolverines. 6 in a row before finally losing to Clayton Valley. Then they dropped one to De La Salle. And that's been all as far as the loss column is concerned. Here is a bunt by Renshaw, but he fouls it away, and it's 0-1.
Tanner loves fishing. He likes to fish, and his favorite movie, Sandlot.
Okay, now that I can see.
I love it. I love it.
I remember that one.
Sandlot. A lot of these guys are Warrior fans. They love their Warriors.
Pretty easy to be a Warrior fan these days, all of a sudden.
I wonder a couple years ago if they would have put Warriors.
Probably not. But after, 13 years of futility, finally something to cheer about for Golden State. Renshaw waits, and the 2-strike pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate, it's 1-2. Tanner Renshaw trying to get things started here. A lot of close games so far this year for Deer Valley. Next pitch, and that one hops up there, and it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes now. They've also had their fair share of blowouts. Brand new Heritage High School, a victim of the Wolverines, 18-0 back on March the 13th. And this one is outside, and the count now goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes to Tanner Renshaw. Diablo Trophies and Awards, 1922, Contra Costa Boulevard, 50 years in Pleasant Hill. That's Diablo Trophies and Awards. Here's the pitch, and Renshaw takes outside, ball 4. So he has drawn his second walk of the game. And now 1 on and 1 out for the designated hitter, Jordan Thull.
It's be interesting to see how they play this.
So with 1 out, you wouldn't figure they'd be bunting in this situation, but
might hit and run a little bit.
Let's see if they can't get the runner started. Tanner Renshaw, 7 of 8 stealing bases as they chase him back here. And Peekle, Denham, Maldonado, Mancy, Lawton, McFarland, and Renshaw, Coach, really stealing people blind this year.
There he goes.
There goes the runner, swing and a miss. Throw down is not in time. The ball gets away, and Campbell will chase it down to the second base position.
That was a hit and run. Thull was swinging to
so
protect
it is
him.
A stolen base for Tanner Renshaw. He's now 8 of 9 on the year, and there you see Thull really trying to protect him going out of the strike zone that time.
Yep.
So now a base hit could tie this ball game up. Next pitch, and that one hops up there, the block. There goes the runner. Here's no throw. And that is going to be a wild pitch.
There's our Sandlot man.
And a walk, a stolen base, and a wild pitch. And now a runner at third base here for Deer Valley, and a chance to tie this ball game up with a fly ball.
Nice block.
Let's see what the infield does here. And actually, they're going to come in now.
It's a no-brainer.
Going to try to cut off the run here at home plate. A little bit slow to come in, but coming in they are. And we'll see if they can't keep Deer Valley off the scoreboard here in the fourth. So Deer Valley threatening again, Coach, their third inning in a row. And a swing and a foul ball at home plate. So a fly to center by Nesbitt, leading it off. A walk to Renshaw. Stolen base and a pass ball, and now Thule trying to get him home. It'll be a 1-2 strike count. And now McAlpin stepping off. Trying to pitch out of yet another jam. Next pitch, this one is way up high. 2 strikes. Well, it hasn't been easy here for Bo McAlpin. But through 3 1/3, he's yet to yield a run. Looking over there at third base. Here's the pitch. Thule swings and misses strike 3, and down he goes.
On an off-speed pitch.
And we've seen that a lot from the last several hitters, Coach. A lot of arm-only swings, and Thule's a strikeout victim. So 2 outs now, and the infield can return to their normal positions. That'll take us back to the top of the order, and Jared Denham, a grounder to third in the first, and a grounder to third, and a force play in the second.
I think in 3 of the 4 innings, they've left a runner at third base stranded. So let's see if Mr. Denham can get him in here.
So Denham waits. 0 for 2 on the afternoon. This one hops up there, and that is ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to the first place hitter, Jared Denham. So Bo McAlpin, Coach, living dangerously, as you said, leaving a lot of runners. More walks than strikeouts so far. Swing and a big hopper. Percy Campbell going back, fields it, throws to first, and just does get him. And that ends the inning. So Deer Valley leaves yet another runner at third base. And still, it's Antioch 1 and Deer Valley nothing.
Are you sidelined by an injury? Your orthopedic specialist, experienced team of physicians, specialize in treating athletic injuries of the knee, shoulder, elbow, foot, and ankle, to mention a few. Our trainers offer state-of-the-art rehab facilities. Muir Orthopedic Specialist. We can get you back in the game. Located in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, and Brentwood. Call today, 888-96-ORTHO.
To the bottom of the fourth we go here from Antioch, and there's a look at the moon here on this sunny day here in Northern California. It's the Panthers 1 and the Wolverines nothing, and so far Coach Bo McAlpin walking the tightrope here. Another runner left on third, and there is a caught stealing here earlier in the ball game. Actually, that one was the one they didn't get. That was a stolen base. Ended up stranding that runner at third base. So McAlpin doing a good job keeping the Wolverines off the scoreboard here tonight, but it certainly hasn't been easy for him. And there is a strike to Richie Carter, the designated hitter, leading off the home half of the fourth.
Richie's favorite movie is The Matrix.
Okay, now that one, you can see. This one is
ripped. In the gap.
That will be in the gap, and extra bases around first, headed for second, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Richie Carter, leading off the fourth inning. So right away, the Panthers in business again. So Carter, who had popped to second in the first, he doubles to left center field here to start the fourth, so he's 1 for 2.
Went down and got it.
Well, that one ball was really raked that
Ball
time.
to left center. Right in front of the Myron sign. And they got the ball in a hurry, kept them to a double.
Robert Barton now walked back in the second. Let's see if he's going to be bunting. He is not. Swings and pops this one up. Short right field. And the second baseman, Justin Mancy, out into short right field to make the catch. So really not a productive out that time for Antioch. 1 away. Just Covan Security System Specialist, Commercial and Residential Security. Give Ashley a call, 525-6579. Nobody can sneak up on you when you've got Covan. There's Ashley up in our booth, handling the camera. Swing, and that is going to be a base hit into left field. Here comes a runner around third. He will score, and it's going to be 2-0 as the ball comes into second base. So Richie Carter, who doubled, he is driven home by Bo McAlpine with a single. And it is 2-0 in favor of Antioch. And listen to that bench.
And Bo helped himself out, got his RBI to help himself out and extend the lead to 2-0.
So Dylan Rathcoach, who has been just lights out this year, treated a bit rudely here by Antioch. Of course, they only have the 2 runs, but still, that is a whole lot of runs considering the way Dylan Rath has been pitching this year.
I've always felt that 2 runs takes away the fluke. 1 run, a fluke can beat you. You get 2, they got to get 3.
Spitzer's Music, 1931 Market Street in Concord, 676-3151. That's Spitzer's Music. Free set of strings or sticks when you mention the Comcast Game of the Week. That's at Spitzer's Music. Yeah, mention it all around. Get the word out.
Here's Dan Wall's favorite player, Jake Gillespie, because he likes the TV show 24.
Ooh. I'm a little partial to The Shield myself, but
Shield.
24, very popular show. Of course, now that with the Shield coach, I'm afraid of the police.
Gotcha.
McAlpin away from first, and the pitch is a strike to Jacob Lusty. He singled back in the second inning. He's 1 for 1.
Great pitch, fastball down at the knees. Not a lot you can do with that.
So a Richie Carter double. Barton popped to second. McAlpine singled home Carter, and it's 2-0 here. Jacob Lusty trying to keep it going. 1 on and 1 out, 1 in for Antioch. There's one just a little high. So Nicky Pasquale, the RBI single back in the second. And McAlpine, the RBI single here. There goes the runner. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw down is in time, and they got him. Wasn't so sure that the tag was applied by Mancy. But the base umpire, Carlos Camacho, says yes, no argument from Antioch as McAlpine is caught stealing.
It looked like a hit and run. Lusty, I think, was supposed to make contact there and didn't get the job done.
Maybe he missed a sign because he wasn't swinging that time as the ball hops up to him. So now 2 outs and nobody aboard, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So this young Antioch team coach trying to sort of find its way, but what a feather in their cap this would be. Swinging a foul straight back. They could hold on and win this ball game, but still quite a ways to go.
A lot of baseball left, 9 outs.
And that can absolutely be an eternity sometimes.
You got that right, especially against these Wolverines.
Looking how tough it is to get that 3rd out sometime. I was watching on ESPN the 1986 World Series. Swing, and that is a shot, and that is going to be up over the head of the shortstop, Renshaw, and into center field for a base hit. So Jacob Lusty with the single. 3 hits in the inning now, and that'll bring up Nicky Pasquale, who had the RBI single back in the second inning. And with that, swing and that base hit.
Right on the end of the bat.
We're showing that 86 World Series coach, and a couple of run lead for Boston in that 6th game. 2 outs and nobody aboard. And you think it's all wrapped up on the scoreboard, Coach. Congratulations, Boston Red Sox, 1986 World Champions. Ground ball to short. Renshaw with the diving stop. Flips over to second, not in time. And that will be an infield base hit for Nicky Pasquale. He's 2 for 2.
And Lusty's got to get down. He's got to slide on that play. If you come in standing up, you're slowing yourself down.
All right, Victor Becerra now, who grounded into that double play, 1 to 6 to 3 to end that second inning.
There's your base hit. Nice play by Renshaw, a la Omar Vizquel.
Nice job to go down there and get it. Couldn't get the force at second base as Lusty able to tiptoe in. So the inning continues now. And Becerra trying to tack on yet another run. 2-0 in favor of Antioch here in the bottom of the fourth. Lusty at second, Pasquale at first, swinging a foul back, and the count 0-1. Antioch trying to give themselves a little more cushion here. Dylan Rath trying to close the door right now.
Outfielder's not real deep.
Swing and a miss at the high fastball. And that is strike 2. And Becerra very upset with himself, Coach. He knows he went way out of the strike zone to try to get that one.
Yep. Need a step ladder for that one. He might see another one up there.
Next pitch.
Yep.
That one went way up the ladder that time. And they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Becerra could keep it alive, we'd go back to the top of the order and Percy Campbell. 2 on, 2 out.
You can see a change up here on the outside. Let's see. There it is.
Swing and a miss to strike him out. So that ends the inning, but not before Antioch comes up with another run. Let's head to the 5th inning now. It's the Panthers 2 and the Wolverines 0.
Meet the guys who paved Infineon Raceway, the Oakland Coliseum, and Candlestick Park. They're American Asphalt, everything from shopping centers to walking paths. American Asphalt can do the job. Award-winning craftsmanship that goes into paving. No job is too big or too small. The next time you have resurfacing and repair needs, call American Asphalt, 1-800-541-5559.
Spitzer's Music in Concord, your home for great service and the best prices. A huge selection and wide variety of instruments, recording and sound gear, rentals and more. Everything for your musical needs. An extensive drum and guitar parts and repair department. Lessons, guitar starter packs and Yamaha keyboards from $99. 88 no-weighted keyboards at $4.99. Whether a beginner, student, or professional, for the help you need at the very best prices, come to Spitzer's Music on Market Street in Concord, 676-3151. Se habla español.
And back to Antioch. Bo McAlpin coming up now for his 5th inning of work, Coach. He's been living dangerously. 5 walks and 4 strikeouts so far, but you look up at the scoreboard and all's fine with the Antioch pitcher today, as Deer Valley has failed to score so far. Celia's Mexican Restaurant, 523 West 10th Street and G, downtown Antioch, 754-1355. And thanks very much for that delicious crew meal.
Okay, McAlpin's in foreign territory. He's only gone 3 innings before this. Now he's coming up into his 5th inning, so we'll see what kind of shape he's in here. Legs and back, as well as your arm, come into play here.
It'll be Justin Mancy, Cole McFarland, Kyle Lawton, the first 3. And should anybody reach, the right fielder Josh Pica would get a chance. Pitch to Mancy, outside for ball 1.
Mancy's favorite class, video productions.
Well, could be a, in the future, a Comcast producer maybe.
That's right. Could be looking for a job for Matt.
Mancy takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's a 1-1. Justin, a single, caught stealing back in the first. He struck out in the 2nd inning. So 1 for 2 so far. Here's the pitch to him, and that is on the outside corner, a strike, and something off speed that time, and had Mancy a little bit fooled, I think.
Yep.
1 ball.
His favorite college team was USF Dons, who have really turned the corner in the baseball program.
Takes this one low, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I understand they might have their eye on some of those De La Salle players, and several of those guys going to the D1 level when their high school careers are done. A 2-2 pitch, and it's way outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You got a 2-run lead. You don't want to lose the leadoff guy.
Especially a guy that can run like like Mancy. He's one of the fine base stealers on this club, as are many of these Wolverines. 3-2 pitch, and that is way high. Ball 4.
Not a good start, but a good start for Deer Valley.
A leadoff walk here for Mancy. That'll bring up Cole McFarland. And getting runners aboard, Coach, hasn't been the problem today for Deer Valley. Getting them home has. Let's see if the 5th inning is the magic inning for the Wolverines.
Yeah, McFarland, another Sandlot guy here. These guys like that's a great movie. I love it.
Additional sponsors, Rock Bottom Records and Antioch Opticians. I think I saw that one. Big dog in that one, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now McAlpin stepping off. Cole McFarland, a walk back in the 1st and a double in the 3rd. First pitch to Cole on the outside corner with a fastball, strike 1.
Outfield's deep.
Strike 1 pitch to McFarland. Swinging a chopper up the
They're
middle.
gonna have to get one.
Cut off at short. The throw over to first. Not in time. As Caleb Lusty had to wait for those hops. Charged a little bit, Coach, but kind of sort of tiptoed toward the ball. And before he could get it over the first, McFarland able to beat the throw. So he's aboard with the infield single.
You can't quite see it from that angle. That was a tough play. Lusty to Lusty.
But not in time. And now 2 on for Kyle Lawton. A walk back in the 1st and a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. He'll probably land one down again. Squares. Charging from first.
Great bunt.
And this bunt is going to get past the pitcher into no man's land. And that is going to be a bunt base hit.
Boy.
So Kyle Lawton, the bunt single.
That's good baseball. You have to bunt the ball down 3rd with runners at 1st and 2nd because the 3rd baseman's got to stay back.
And
they've got a right-handed pitcher, so he's falling towards the first base line. You bunt it just hard enough. Great angle. Great job.
That is perfect. You saw McAlpin, as you said, Coach, falling off toward first base, coming back and just can't glove the ball. And by the time it's retrieved, we've got the bases loaded and nobody out. Here's Josh Pica to try to get the ball game tied with a base hit. First pitch to Josh, outside, ball 1.
And Josh did not look good in his last at-bat. I know he wants to make up for it right here.
Mancy at 3rd, McFarland at 2nd, Kyle Lawton, the runner at 1st. Wolverines trying to make some noise here in the top of the 5th. Outfield straight away at about medium deep, and that one is just off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to Pica. You figured they wouldn't want to go 3-0 here. So Pica likely going to see something good to hit here. Squares to bunt, pulls back, swing, and punches this one up and over the head of Campbell into right center field, a base hit. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. Here comes a throw to 3rd, not in time. That is a 2 RBI base hit, 2-run score, and now a 2-2 ball game as Deer Valley is battled back to tie it here in the 5th.
And Josh did make up for that last at bat. They did a nice job. Little slash hit over the second baseman's head. I call that slash. Comes back, takes a nice little short stroke, hits the ball in the right center for 2 RBIs.
And now we have a timeout. And head coach Ben Juarez got to talk to his pitcher. And a meeting at the mound with McAlpin, Buck.
As I stated earlier, McAlpin's in uncharted territory here in the 5th inning. He's only thrown 3 innings before this.
And now they've got the bullpen heating up there down the 3rd base line. Now Donald Say out to the mound to break up this meeting. Meeting adjourned. And all of a sudden, Deer Valley has battled back to tie it up here at 2. So the inning started with a walk to Mancy. Cole McFarland followed with an infield single. A bunt single by Kyle Lawton loaded the bases, and Pica slapped one over the head of Percy Campbell into right center field for a 2 RBI base hit, putting runners at the corners. So here's now Simeon Maldonado. And Simeon a bloop hit to center in the second. He struck out in the third. Trying to give his club the lead. Infield at double play depth. They would trade that run to get a double play. Maldonado squares the bunt, pulls back, and takes a ball. So we said, Coach, that McAlpin had been walking the tightrope pretty much all game with the exception of that first inning. Leaving runners at third in the last 3 frames. But not able to keep Deer Valley off the scoreboard here. Here's the pitch. Bunt down the first base side. That is going to get a run home. The throw to first is in time. So a sacrifice bunt for Maldonado, and he gets an RBI, and it's 3-2 in favor of Deer Valley.
A little safety squeeze right there. Angles, they have to angle the ball to make the pitcher go to right or left to give your runner more time to get home. And very well executed. Very well executed.
So
see how it's close to the line?
Perfectly placed.
Nice job by Lusty catching that throw. Another big first baseman really helps.
That wasn't an easy play over there. So here comes Mark Nesbitt now. He takes the strike, so just 1 out. And a runner to second base for Deer Valley, Josh Pica, who has that 2 RBI base hit. With 3 runs in here for Deer Valley. This one, nice block there. Going down and getting it is Brandon Buck. So the sacrifice bunt and the RBI by Maldonado has untied the ball game. And a 3-run 5th. And Deer Valley leads it by a run. Here's the pitch, runner goes, there's the throw to third, and a nice short hop that time by Pasquale to keep that ball from going into left field. But that is going to be a stolen base, Coach, for Josh Pica, who is now 14 of 15 in stealing bases this year.
I like those percentages.
Not bad. I think Ricky Henderson would be happy with that.
Yep. Now with 1 out, the infield's got to come up again.
If they can't cut off the run, how is the throw to third? They've got it picked off and not in time with the tag. Oh, but Pica was leaning that time. And McAlpin went over there, and it looked like for just a moment that he had him picked off at third base. So Pica just able to get back. 1 on, 1 out, 3 in. Infield trying to cut off the run at the plate. Swinging a ground ball. That is going to be a base hit. And that's the problem with bringing the infield in, Coach. They don't have a whole lot of range. And that is an RBI base hit for Mark Nesbitt instead of just being a routine ground ball.
What set that up was a nice sack bunt on the safety squeeze. Got a nice steal at third base and brings the infield in. That's just huge percentage baseball right there by Deer Valley.
And really nothing else that the Antioch could do, Coach. You can't wait back there and just give them that run. But unfortunately for them, that ball just able to hop through. And it's an RBI single for Mark Nesbitt. That'll bring up Tanner Renshaw now. Still 1 on and 1 out, but 4 runs in for Deer Valley. And, Coach, they haven't won 9 in a row for nothing.
Well, what you've seen is a walk, an infield hit, a nice slash, a safety squeeze.
There's another bunt up along first. That one is going to walk the tightrope and is going to stay fair, and that'll be another bunt base hit. McAlpin, Coach, letting the ball roll, knowing he didn't have a play at first base, but sometimes the breaks don't go your way, and that one did not kick foul.
Another nice job.
So that is a bunt single for Tanner Renshaw. And take another look here.
It's got a lot of spin on it. And it stays right on the inside.
So a couple of bunt singles, Coach. A sacrifice bunt for Deer Valley.
Just stringing a lot of short stuff together.
Talk about when they say small ball, Coach, that's what they're talking about. And it's turned into a big inning. And still now just 1 out as Jordan Thull comes up. There's Coach Dennis Luquette. Swinging another bunt. McAlpin's got it. He wants to go to third. He slips and falls, throws to first. Not in time there. And what a bad break for McAlpin. As the score now 4-2, but now the bases are loaded here. And that is another, Well, I guess it's going to have to be a fielder's choice.
Yeah.
Tough to give him a base hit when the pitcher slips like that. But still, unfortunately, for Antioch, they don't record the out. So Jordan Thule safe on the fielder's choice. And now Jared Denham, the leadoff hitter.
It was not a good bunt. That was probably the worst bunt of the inning, but they still were able not to record an out. So Deer Valley still with only one out and is in big business right here.
Still, now the base is loaded. Here's Jared Denham. Grounder to third, grounder to third, and a grounder to second. He's 0 for 3. Pitch to him, and that is way up high. So just a bad break for Antioch as McAlpin fielded that bunt in time to get the lead runner at third, but he slipped and fell. Tried to recover throwing to first, couldn't get the out. And Antioch really in the soup, 4 in, and the base is loaded. Here's the pitch, and that's way up high, 2 balls and no strikes.
Jared likes those Bruins at UCLA.
Not a bad team to root for.
No, he likes those Bruins.
Denham waiting the 3-0 pitch, and that is high, ball 4.
And that should about do it here.
So a walk and a run forced in here, and now it is 5-2, and that will be all for McAlpin. Had some activity there in the bullpen for Antioch earlier. You wouldn't think McAlpin would stay in the ball game, but let's see. And here goes the call, and we have a pitching change. So a whole bunch of problems here for Antioch. They've given up 5 runs. We'll step aside and come back to Antioch High School right after this.
What a beautiful day.
It sure is, Bunky.
Hey, what is all this gunk?
It looks like it's coming from the storm drain.
Let's get to the bottom of this. And you'll believe that? He's making a big mess into our storm drain. I'm gonna go over there and give him a good spray and bring him back to his senses.
No, that could be dangerous. I have a better idea of how to educate him.
What happened to my room? Huh?
How you like us ruining your home, huh?
Take care of the environment and recycle used motor oil and filters.
It's our world, too.
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
Okay.
And back to Antioch High School. And Mitch Strosky has now come on to do the pitching here in place of Bull McAlpin. McAlpin has given up the 5 runs. Of 3 runners aboard belong to him. Still 1 out, and the Deer Valley Wolverines have now batted around. Here's Justin Mancy, who led off the inning with a walk.
And McAlpin goes to short.
Here's the pitch, and that ball is low for ball 1.
And still only 1 out.
So McAlpin goes over to shortstop, and Caleb Lusty is out of the ball game.
Yep.
Bases full of Wolverines. They've already got a 5-2 lead. Pitch to Mancy, and that is on the outside corner for a strike. The count 1-1. And Mitch Strosky, coach, pretty nice looking line. 35 1/3, a 3.17 ERA, 16 earned runs.
Strosky's come up with some big outings for them after some horrible losses. And he's only a sophomore.
So a guy that's gotten some stops when the club has needed him. 3-3 on the year with a pair of complete games.
Yep.
So trying to get a big stop here. Strosky, high leg kick, and he fires, and it is on the outside corner at the knees for a strike. 1-2. Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria. Best pizza in the East Bay. Ignacio Valley Road at Oak Grove. That's Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria. So Mancy trying to break this one wide open. Next pitch to him and taken outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You see Renshaw kind of coming down the line in a hurry there from third base. Infield playing back. They're hoping to get that double play ball. Outfield straight away, medium deep. Swing and a miss by Mancy, and he strikes out. So Strosky comes in and gets the strikeout of Mancy, and that'll bring up Cole McFarland, who had the infield single in this inning. A walk, a double, and that infield single. 2 for 2 for Cole McFarland as you see Mancy striking out.
Yeah, that pitch might have been out of the strike zone.
So Mancy struck out twice today. Now the infield goes back, and here's McFarland. Pitch to him, swing and a miss. Good fastball that time, and McFarland just kind of waved at it, and he came up empty. 5 runs in here for Deer Valley, trying to get some more. They have yet to retire Cole McFarland. Strike 1 pitch is up high. So Mitch Strosky will start Tuesday against Pittsburgh. Throws a couple of fastball, coach, the 4-seamer and the 2-seamer. Also a changeup, a curveball, and a forkball. Next pitch, breaking ball, and that is low. That might have been the forkball there. 2 balls and a strike. Do you like when these pitchers have that a lot of things in the repertoire, coach, or would you prefer to see them sort of work well with 1, 2, or 3 pitches?
I like 2 pitches. Rather than throwing a lot of things average, I want to see him throw a fastball for location and an off-speed pitch.
Swung on, hit to center field. That is playable. Miller is there. He makes the catch, and Strosky comes on and does a very nice job leaving the bases loaded. But a 5-run top of the 5th inning for Deer Valley. And headed to the bottom of the 5th, it's the Wolverines 5 and the Panthers 2.
Comcast Game of the Week is made possible in part by a generous donation from State Farm agent Roger Fernando in San Ramon. When a coach understands the player's strengths, developing a winning strategy is easy. That's also true with State Farm agent Roger Fernando. Roger knows your insurance and financial situation isn't exactly like anyone else's. See State Farm agent Roger Fernando and his team in San Ramon. Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh, featuring 14 screens of movie magic. All theaters have Lucasfilm THX digital sound systems and stadium-style seating. The prize wheel spins weekly with great prizes. The Prize Patrol, promotional events, and other activities happen monthly. Check out the Brendan Theater website for more information and great savings ideas. All at Brendan Theaters of Concord and Pittsburgh. Enjoy the movie.
At the 15-yard line comes right, 30, got a Glane to the 40, near side midfield, foot race 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Sabres! Wow, wait!
And back to Antioch as we go to the bottom of the 5th, and all of a sudden the Antioch Panthers coach find themselves trailing. And Percy Campbell, the leadoff hitter, will lead it off here in the 5th. It'll be Campbell, Jimmy Miller, and Brandon Buck here for the Panthers. Percy Campbell swings and hits a fly ball into center field. Denham is there. He reaches up and makes the catch. And Campbell is now 0 for 3.
1 pitch, 1 out. When you come out and put a 5 spot on the board, you come up and get 1 pitch, 1 out. You're feeling pretty good out there on the hill.
And all of a sudden, Rath, who had that long wait with that, and obviously didn't mind waiting.
It's a long wait you like.
Yeah, it's a favorable wait as he has the 5-2 lead, but able to get Campbell on 1 pitch, and now Miller swings and misses at a fastball, and he doesn't get it. It's 0-1. Miller, a walk in the 1st, and he flew out to right field back in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. And Miller takes a strike, so he's quickly down to the count, 0-2.
And Jimmy's favorite movie is The Replacements.
Okay, something more up to date.
Yep.
Those are typical films I would think that people this age would like. And there's a called strike 3, and Miller is out on strikes.
And there's a good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
And purchase your copy of this game, $25 per DVD, or visit the website, www.gameofweek.com, and help us bring to you some playoff games right here on the Comcast Game of the Week. Here's Brandon Buck swinging a high, chopping Bowser.
This could be
And there's collision there with Renshaw that time. And McFarland there at third base. McFarland was trying to cut off that play. Going to his left, they collide. And that's going to be, I guess, an infield base hit.
Yeah, that's McFarland's ball.
And you think McFarland coming over, take a look.
It's McFarland's ball. Cutting from, it's his ball to cut in front of the shortstop on.
Usually that's the way it goes, but that time the lack of communication, and instead of being an out there, they're going to have
almost
a runner at first base.
Almost a 5-pitch inning.
So it will go as an infield single for Brandon Buck. He's now 1 for 3, and that'll bring up Richie Carter, who doubled his last time. So both players, McFarland and Renshaw, the shortstop, they're both okay, and will remain in the game. And take another look. McFarland trying to cut in front of him, and Renshaw looked like he was circling the ball, trying to get that momentum going toward first base. And usually, you know, it's the outfielders calling one another off, Coach, but sometimes I guess in the infield they need to do it as well.
The shortstop, the third baseman cuts under, and the shortstop always goes behind on that play.
Now here's a designated hitter, Richie Carter. Let's see if the Panthers can take advantage of the defensive miscue here by the Wolverines. Swing and a miss by Richie. As Raff threw a good fastball that time. No balls and 1 strike. Brendan Theaters, movie magic in downtown Concord and Pittsburgh at www.brendantheaters.com. Next pitch, swing and a miss, and Carter way behind that one.
That time of the year, we get some new movies coming out.
Always plenty of things to see at the Brendan Theaters. Spider-Man 3, another one of the Shrek films coming out. All the kids love those.
Oh, yeah.
There goes the runner. There's the pitch outside. The throw down, not in time.
Got a good jump.
And it's a steal for Brandon Buck. So he gets himself into scoring position. And boy, down by 3 runs, Coach, this late in the ball game, if you steal, you better get there. And Buck did. Here's the pitch, swing and a fly ball, right side. Giving chase over there is Maldonado, and that'll fall in foul territory.
Oh yeah, we've had that's where a lot of water accumulates down there, and we've seen a lot of splashes down in that area.
So first baseman can do a little swan dive over there in the wintertime.
We actually have a runner here. That's Josh Fearson running for Buck. We didn't see that
Didn't catch that one. Ground to third.
Tough
nice
hop.
play. The throw is time to get him. Oh, what a play by McFarland to end the frame.
He's feeling okay.
Oh, after that collision, McFarland is okay. He makes the play to end the inning. So the Panthers turned away, and at the end of 5, it's still Deer Valley 5 and the Panthers 2.
Are you sidelined by an injury? Your orthopedic specialist, experienced team of physicians, specialize in treating athletic injuries of the knee, shoulder, elbow, foot, and ankle, to mention a few. Our trainers offer state-of-the-art rehab facilities. Muir Orthopedic Specialist. We can get you back in the game. Located in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, and Brentwood. Call today, 888-96-ORTHO.
Where's the action always hot? The 19th Hole Casino at Westergalas Road in Antioch. The newly renovated 19th Hole has been dealing hot hands 7 days a week. We feature Texas Hold'em, No Bus 21, Blackjack, Lowball, High-Low Split, Pie Gow, Keno, and lottery sales. Every Tuesday and Wednesday beginning at 5:30, there's a no-limit Texas Hold'em shootout with winner-take-all. Friday night is karaoke, and Sunday at 9 a.m. the NFL ticket is on all 14 TVs. The 19th Hole, where the action is always hot.
And we take a look at the Wall of Fame as we look down and see some of those names. There it is, Pico, Sanchez, Aaron Miles, an owner of the World Series ring, and Coach John Whitman on the Antioch Wall of Fame here. Coach spending a lot of years here and a lot of success, 3 NCS titles. Coach, must be some great memories.
Oh yeah, all at the Oakland Coliseum. Undefeated there, 3-0.
A lot of good years here for Antioch
A lot
baseball.
of good players. A lot of good players made me look good.
Got to have those players, huh, Coach?
Yep.
No matter how good of a coach or manager you are, if you don't have the horses to pull the wagon, you're not going anywhere. But, of course, Coach, you got the best out of them, too.
Oh, I hope so.
All right, here's Lawton to lead it off. Kyle Lawton, Josh Pica, and Simeon Maldonado here. Top of the 6th from Antioch.
Lawton's favorite movie? Zoolander. That was a funny one. I like that.
So we've got the Sandlot a couple times. We've got Zoolander, and we've got Casablanca.
Yep.
An interesting mix. Next pitch to Lawton, and that is a bit low. So Strosky on for another inning of work. He pitched 2/3 of an inning in that last frame, stranding all 3 inherited runners. And really kept Antioch in the ball game. Strosky's next pitch, and that is outside. 3 balls and no strikes to Lawton. Kyle on the afternoon, a walk in the first, a sacrifice bunt in the third, and a bunt single in that big 5th inning. Swing and a foul straight back, and the count is 3 balls and a strike. So McAlpin went 4 in the third and gave up 5 runs. And now Strosky picking up for him. He'll have several days to rest before pitching on Tuesday against Pittsburgh, but he loses Lawton here. And Kyle is aboard for the second time on the walk.
That's what started the 5-run inning, a leadoff walk.
And that was the big inning. Mancini walked the infield single to Cole McFarland, and then it really just broke open for Deer Valley as they put up 5 runs in the 5th. Hertz Equipment Rental. Visit their newest location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco, 680-0316. That's Hertz Equipment Rental. And here is a bunt by Pica. Off the mound to get it is Strosky. Fires over to first base and in time to get the put out. And boy, what a play there by Jacob Lustig. He's done that a couple of times, Coach, reaching into foul territory to really save his pitchers from errors.
Both of these big first basemen have saved their infielders and pitchers today with those big, long limbs of theirs. Look at that reach way over there.
Boy, Coach, and that one looked like it was headed down the right field line.
Yeah.
Into foul territory for sure.
That was not a very good bunt. It was right back to the pitcher. We'd like to get that ball down the first baseline. That's a screamer.
Swing and a base hit into center field by Maldonado. And here comes Lawton to score, and it is 6-2 in favor of Deer Valley.
Simeon got all that one.
An RBI base hit for Simeon Maldonado, his second RBI of the game.
That was a frozen rope if you've ever seen one. Boom, right there, up the middle.
So a walk to Lawton, the sacrifice bunt to Pica, and then Maldonado delivers with a base hit.
I've seen pitchers have to go back to chiropractors the next day after that one. Just snapping their neck.
There goes the runner.
That's
Swing and a chopper.
play. That's going to be a tough
on the
play.
infield.
Oh.
Nice pickup at third by Pasquale. Can't get the runner at first. Now the throw to third is in time to get him. Oh, what a play that time.
Wow.
Beautifully done by the defense.
Lustig just threw a strike. McAlpin came over and covered third. Pasquale made a great pickup but couldn't make the interchange in time and threw a strike to first. So he's safe. Watch this play develop here. A high chopper. It's a do or die. He's got to come get it. He makes the catch, but he has to double clutch it. He's safe at first. Now here comes Lustig. Throws a strike to third. Come up and this is good baseball.
Very well executed. Nice defense all the way around. It will be an infield single for Mark Nesbitt. But Antioch able to cut down the runner at third base, trying to take the extra bag.
But that was good hustle by Deer Valley. That was exactly what he should have done.
There's a one in there for a strike.
On that, you just got to tip your cap to Antioch. But that was a right decision by Deer Valley to come to third on that. It took a perfect throw to make that play, and that's what happened.
So now 2 outs now with a runner aboard. Renshaw trying to keep this one alive. Swinging a pop straight up. Strosky looking over. Buck into foul territory. Strosky, now the third baseman Pasquale to make the catch. And the side is retired. We'll head now to the bottom of the 6th. It's 6-2 in favor of Deer Valley.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental of Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
Is your laptop or home computer driving you crazy? Paramount Technology of Concord has the answers. Located behind Tower Records in Concord, Paramount Technology has it all. Quick in-house laptop repair and servicing, mobile computer service calls, and great customer service for those wishing to have a computer made to your specifications. Your computer wizards with expert service and products for today's computer world. That's Paramount Technology of Concord at 1252 Diamond Boulevard in Concord, the computer wizards of Contra Costa.
And back to Antioch High School. It's a 6-2 Deer Valley lead over the Antioch Panthers. And here's Rath back for another inning of work. And it'll be Robert Barton to lead it off, followed by McAlpin and then Jacob Lusty. Here in the home half of the sixth, take a look at our schedule. There's today's ball game, Deer Valley at Antioch. And then we'll have De La Salle and Deer Valley on May the 3rd, Miramonte and Northgate on May the 10th. And then lacrosse, Acalanes at Miramonte on May the 11th. Then back to baseball with San Juan Valley at Monte Vista. And then May 23rd, we hope to be able to show you some NCS playoff games, and that is the schedule on the Comcast Game of the Week. All right, Robert Barton to lead it off. Rath's first pitch is a fastball right in there for a strike. Barton a walk in the second. He popped his second back in the fourth. He's 0 for 1. So a pretty nice looking frame in that last half inning. Good hitting, good defense, swinging a chopper. That is going to be a foul ball as it rolls out toward the pitcher's mound.
I'm looking at Barton's bio, and I really like everything except that last part.
He likes the Raiders. Ooh.
Wow, I mean.
It takes a little, but obviously a true fan. It's tough to be a Raider fan these days.
Yes, it is, but yeah, it takes some guts to put that down here.
Swing and a fly ball down the right field line. Players going out, players coming in, and making the catch is Josh Pica over toward the line there in right field for out number 1.
Good communication out there between the right fielder, second baseman, and first baseman.
So Barton flies to right, and that'll bring up Bo McAlpin. Nice job coming over to cover on that last play to record that out at third base.
Bo
following
go ahead.
The aggressive base running of Deer Valley.
Bo had that second RBI for the Panthers to put them ahead 2-0.
Yes, he did, and then it was later caught stealing. Sacrifice bunt back in the second. So 1 for 1 for Bo, and a pretty good day pitching until that 5th inning. Swing, and there's a fly ball to right. Pica circling over, now coming in, and he makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Jacob Lusty, the first baseman.
Right field, to me, the most difficult of the 3 outfield positions.
And why is that, Coach?
Most hitters are right-handed, and the ball always has a tendency to tail towards the line, so you can the ball never really comes straight to you. And the ball has a tendency to die a lot, so you're always coming in and moving towards the line, and so it's a lot more tough play. Center field, the ball comes straight at you.
And also in right field, Coach, they usually expect you to have the best arm, that being the field furthest away from third base.
Correct.
Pitch taken inside.
And the greatest of all time, in my opinion,
Clemente.
Roberto, number 21.
Although I saw a highlight of Bo Jackson throwing out Harold Reynolds from left field, which was absolutely an incredible play. This one hops up there to Lusty, and now a 3-ball, no strike count to Jacob. But, Coach, I don't think I've ever seen a throw that good. It looked like the runner was at third base when Bo was picking up the ball deep in left field. And the pitch is a high strike, and the count goes to 3-1.
Yeah, but Leslie's got a big, tall strike zone.
All right, Leslie trying to keep this one alive. Nobody on, 2 out, swing, and that one is going to be a floater into center field for a base hit. So Lusty now, Coach, 3 for 3. Single to the second, single to the fourth, and now a single here in the 6th.
Must be all that spaghetti he eats.
Didn't get a whole lot of it, Coach, but enough to get it into center field and take another look.
Didn't get it all, Got enough to get it past the infield.
All right, now Nicky Pasquale. See if the Panthers can't get a little two-out magic going here.
Another guy who likes spaghetti. Back-to-back spaghetti guys here.
Now Pasquale sounds like it.
Yeah.
And Nicky calling for time. A 2-0 lead going into the fifth inning for Antioch. A 5-run outburst in that fifth inning for Deer Valley. They added one in the sixth, and that's where we stand. 6-2, Deer Valley, and Pasquale takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Nick must have gone to the show recently. His favorite movie, Blades of Glory. Oh, gee.
Boy, Will Ferrell makes a movie every other week, it seems like.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
Swinging a ground ball to third. Comes up. Nice hop. Goes a short way to second.
Great play by McFarland.
McFarland making the play to get the force out. And the side is retired. After 6 full here from Antioch, a 6-2 Wolverines lead.
Press the button, don't put button. You mean the button?
What are you doing?
Who said that? Jumpin' Jehoshaphat, a giant oil filter that talks.
I'm framing the filter, and what do you think you're doing with my child?
It's your child? I didn't know he was your kid.
Well, it is, and he's a she.
Oh, yeah? Well, what should I do with her?
Do the right thing. Recycle your used oil and filter. Even after draining, a used oil filter contains about a quarter cup of oil. If placed in the garbage, that oil will leak into the ground and then into landfills, polluting the soil and someday the water supply. Seal your filter in a strong Ziploc bag and take it to a certified used oil and filter collection center. Or if your city has curbside used oil and filter recycling, just put it on the curb with the rest of recyclable items. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING or check out our website at www.funnelhead.com.
At the 15-yard line comes right, 30, got a Glane to the 40, near side midfield, foot race, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Sanford! Wow, Waves!
And there's Joe handling one of the cameras on that scissor lift, provided by Hertz Equipment Rental. And there we take a look at Mitch Strosky on for his third frame. So far, an inning and 2/3, Coach yielded the 1 run, but of course, stranding all 3 runners, getting those 2 big outs in the 5th inning. A very fine job by Mitch. 6-2 lead here for Deer Valley, and now we're going to have some changes. So in the game for Dennis Luquette is Austin Wiggins, the 6-foot sophomore. Austin Wiggins will bat here in place of Jordan Thule. Roger Fernando, State Farm Insurance. 2200 Camino Ramon in San Ramon, 244-1700. That's Roger Fernando, State Farm Insurance agent. Swinging, there's one laced down the right field line, but hooking, foul. So Wiggins hitting that one pretty well, but it's a foul ball. So Wiggins batting here for Jordan Thule. And back to the top of the order for Jared Denham and then Justin Mancy. Should anybody reach, we'd see the third baseman Cole McFarland, who made that fine play to end that last half inning.
Wiggins' favorite movie, The Departed.
Saw it.
Yep.
Good film.
Good film.
Little violent for me, Coach.
A little bad. The language left a lot to be desired.
Terrible language, Coach.
But a good storyline.
Check swing, and that is going to be a strike. Count 0-2. Did Mark Wahlberg say anything else but swear words on that, Coach?
I don't think so. Maybe an and a the. But,
yeah, a couple things separating all those 4-letter words. Yeah. Swinging that one, a shot into right field. That one is going to be off the football bleachers with a bang. And the count remains 0-2. So we'll have to wait and see if Wiggins is going to go into the ball game. He might just be pinch hitting here, but we shall see. Austin plays the outfield and also does some pitching for the club. There's the ball that hops up there. And now the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Strosky trying to keep it here at a 4-run lead, giving his team a chance to come back. Just 6 outs left for the Panthers. Now they trail by 4 runs. Here's the pitch, and that is low. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to Austin Wiggins.
Good at bat here.
Austin at 6 feet, 180 pounds. In his sophomore year. Left-handed batter waits. The payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball to second base. Campbell's got it. Fires over to second, and there is the out number 1. So Wiggins grounds to second. And then we'll go now to the top of the order in Jared Denham. Togo's 1768 Willow Pass Road, 685-8600. That's Togo's Great Sandwiches.
Jared loves crab.
Okay.
I'm not a big seafood
I'm a
person.
shellfish guy.
My wife is too. She
I'm
loves
gonna order the beef or the chicken 99 out of 100 times, but I like the shellfish.
Yep.
Denham takes ball 1.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan. My oldest daughter is also a big Harry Potter fan.
Seems like most people, with the exception of you and me, Coach, are. I mean, they have a following like Star Trek, don't they?
They do.
All right, Denham. 0 for 3 with a walk. Next pitch to him is squibbed off the end of the bat. It might kick back fair, and it does not, as Lusty comes over there to make sure it stays foul. You can see that ball spinning, Coach, and you know it wanted to turn fair before it got to the first base bag.
The way the ball's been spinning for Deer Valley, you know it wanted to come back fair.
So they count 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that's why Denham took off, because he knew it was got a chance to come back.
19th hole Casino and Lounge, where the action is always hot. 2746 West Tregalis Road. He's bunt, pops this one up. Buck reaches up. Can he make the catch? Oh, he can't after a juggle. Oh, a little 3-ring circus that time, and Buck could not pull it in after sort of volleyballing it into the air a couple of different occasions. So he can't make the play there, and it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a tough play, though, for Brandon Buck.
Got all that equipment on, and you're trying to move as fast as you can. It's tough.
So Denham back up there with new life. And another 1-2 pitch here from Strosky. Big high leg kick, swing, and this one is hit into left center field, and the catch will be made by Robert Barton coming in to make the grab, and quickly now 2 down here in the 6th. Purchase your copy of this game, $25 per DVD, or visit the website www.gameofweek.com. So Denham flies to left. And that'll bring up Justin Mancy.
Mancy's favorite movie. My wife loves this movie. 50 First Dates. I watched it with her. It was a great movie.
Swing and a fly to left. Barton coming in, still coming in, and he reaches out and he makes the catch.
Little basket catch there.
Oh, 1-2-3 inning as Mancy flies to left. Last chance here for Antioch as they come up in the bottom of the 7th, trailing 6-2.
Spitzer's Music in Concord, your home for great service and the best prices. A huge selection and wide variety of instruments, recording and sound gear, rentals, and more. Everything for your musical needs. An extensive drum and guitar parts and repair department. Lessons, guitar starter packs, and Yamaha keyboards from $99. 88 no-weighted keyboards at $4.99. Whether a beginner, student, or professional, for the help you need at the very best prices, come to Spitzer's Music on Market Street in Concord, 676-3151. Se habla español.
Where's the action always hot? The 19th Hole Casino at West Tregalis Road in Antioch. The newly renovated 19th Hole has been dealing hot hands 7 days a week. We feature Texas Hold'em, No Bus 21, Blackjack, Low Ball, High-Low Split, Pie Gow, Keno, and lottery sales. Every Tuesday and Wednesday beginning at 5:30, there's a no-limit Texas Hold'em shootout with winner take all. Friday night is karaoke, and Sunday at 9 a.m. the NFL ticket is on all 14 TVs. The 19th hole, where the action is always hot.
And back to Antioch, bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for the Panthers. They had the lead all the way, Coach, until that 5th inning. But so many times for this team, it's been one inning that has been their undoing. And tonight, no difference for the Panthers.
Well, let's see what the Panthers can come up with an inning here.
Becerra will lead it off. Percy Campbell, the top of the order. and then Jimmy Miller. And next week, we'll have a ball game for you. De La Salle against these Deer Valley Wolverines. And what a matchup that should be. A couple of red-hot teams in the Bay Valley Athletic League. And we will see them next week right here on the Comcast Game of the Week.
It looks like Garrow pinch hitting.
So a pinch hitter here for Becerra to lead off the inning. And the first pitch in there for a strike.
Alex Garrow.
Alex Garrow, number 33, getting the call. Senior plays outfield and pitches. Takes a strike here. It's been Rath the entire way for Deer Valley. McAlpin and Strosky have done the pitching for Antioch, and a strikeout here as Garrow goes down on strikes. Another K. So that's the way the inning starts with the Garrow strikeout. Back to the top of the order for Percy Campbell. Campbell struck out twice, and he's flied to center. Stay tuned. Following the ball game, we will have our Diablo Trophies and Awards Player of the Game, and Percy Campbell hit by a pitch on the heel, and he'll trot down to first base. So a hit by pitch for Campbell, and that'll bring up, instead of Jimmy Miller, we're going to see Ronnie Bernal, number 5. He'll come up and pinch hit. So there's Campbell hit by that pitch, and now Bernal coming up to hit for Jimmy Miller. Got to get a couple more guys aboard here to bring that tying run to the plate. Bernal takes a strike of the inside corner, 0-1. Campbell can run over there at first base, but obviously not a steal situation here, down by 4. Being held on at first, there's a check swing foul ball. And a shot back toward the Deer Valley dugout. And boy, I tell you, when you're standing outside of that dugout, Coach, you got to keep your eye on that ball.
Oh, yeah.
That was a heat-seeking missile coming over there, and very fortunate that the coaches.
You know, Kruko calls that. You know, Kruko calls that
an ugly finder.
You got it.
Rath with the wind-up. Swing, and there's one lays down the first baseline foul. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Love listening to Mike Kruko on those Giants telecasts.
You know, we went down to Arizona and went listened to the games down there, and went to L.A., listened to the game down there. We are so spoiled. We have 2 of the best. Him and Kuiper are very, very good.
And Kuiper over the years has gotten so much better. I remember the first couple of years that I was listening to him, he was tough to listen to, and now he's really settled in to be one of the better announcrncers. You know, and Kruko's probably the best color guy around right now.
And together they're very good. That's going to be a tough play.
Ground ball over the head of the pitcher.
Oh, no, Renshaw.
And Renshaw, the shortstop, to make the play. Oh! Renshaw with a spectacular play. I thought that was an infield base hit all the way. But the out is recorded. Campbell takes second, and Bernal grounds
He's coming full speed right here. Do or die. He leaves it he just laid it out right there. Made a great play. There's a senior with experience right there. That's the difference between the play earlier that Antioch had with the freshman and the play that the senior had right there.
Difference in experience right there.
And pretty soon, you know, the freshman will learn how to make that play. Caleb will be making that play in another year or 2.
Swing and a miss. Brandon Buck now getting his chance. Couple of Ks and an infield single. Of course, we did see Antioch make that one great play, cutting off that run at third base earlier.
Mm-hmm. We see some good defensive plays by both teams today.
That pitch is high and away. Seen a lot of both teams sacrifice bunting, playing a lot of percentages here today. Some good defensive plays.
I'll tell you, from what I've seen from Deer Valley today, they've got a whole new dimension to their offensive game that it's going to be tough to beat them.
Swing and a foul tip.
They haven't been a big small ball type team.
Cytosport, driven by science, inspired by performance. www.cytosport.com. Yeah, so many ways that this Deer Valley team can beat you, Coach.
Usually they just wanted to just pound you. And now they've got a whole new dimension to their offensive arsenal.
1-2 pitch, ground ball to third, picked up, fire to first. In time, the ball game is over. And McFarland throws out the runner at first base. And the ball game is history, and Deer Valley wins it by a final score of 6-2. And Dylan Rath, coach, going the whole way for the Wolverines, and he will be our player of the game. There you see that final. Deer Valley 6, Antioch 2. We'll step aside and be back with our player of the game right after this.
Great Mexican food, home of the famous margarita, and fun and food in a festive environment. That's Celia's of Antioch. For over 30 years, Celia's has served specialties like fajita supreme, camarones a la ranchera, and other great Mexican food that has brought people from around the area to eat. Every Thursday night is live music from Trio and Saturday night mariachis. That's Celia's of Antioch for great Mexican food.
Hi, I'm Rocco Vialli, and I'd like to welcome you to Rocco's Ristorante and Pizzeria here in Walnut Creek, and invite you and your family into our new full-service sports bar. 25 flat-screen TVs to watch all the games. 18 draft beers for your enjoyment. Our new sports banquet room dedicated to local high school sports. Live entertainment at Rocco's every Saturday night. My family and staff look forward to seeing you here soon at
What is a coach? A teacher, a motivator, a leader, the person who sees your athletic potential and maximizes it, regardless of the sport. At Velocity Sports Performance, you train with a highly qualified coach every time you train. Your coach makes you work hard, but your coach makes you a better athlete. Train with a coach who knows. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Antioch Paintball Park!
With 3 fields of continuous paintball action, Contra Costa's newest hot attraction offers X-Ball, Rec Ball, and Air Ball. New rental guns and equipment available, arcade and more. Private games for groups of 20 more rented equipment. Open Saturday and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Enter on 18th Street and L Street across from Antioch High School. For more information, call 75 Paint.
Looking for quality equipment rental with a helpful, friendly staff? Hertz Equipment Rental of Pacheco has over 4,100 pieces of reliable equipment to choose from, ready for delivery. Or if you're looking to purchase equipment, check out our pre-owned equipment sales list for super bargains on well-maintained pre-owned equipment. With Hertz, you have the right tool to get the job done. That's Hertz Equipment Rental at their new location, 30 South Buchanan Circle in Pacheco. Call Hertz today, 925-680-0316.
Sam, what the heck are you doing? We're already late for the prom.
First of all, I'm not Sam. I'm his sister Samantha, and I'm changing the oil in my car.
Isn't that a guy's job?
No, and it saves me a lot of money.
Is there anything I can do to help without getting dirty?
Yeah, you can take this used oil and filter down to the Certified Collection Center on the corner. Or if you have curbside used oil and filter recycling, seal the oil in a properly labeled container and put the filter in a Ziploc bag and leave it on the curb with the rest of the recyclables.
Well, I'm ready to go. You look beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Wait, don't forget to use oil and filter. Whoops!
My dress.
Oh no! Oil spill! Quick! Kitty litter.
At the 15-yard line comes right, 30, got a lane to the 40, near side midfield, foot race 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Stanford! Wow, wait!
Are you sidelined by an injury? Your orthopedic specialist, experienced team of physicians, specialize in treating athletic injuries of the knee, shoulder, elbow, foot, and ankle, to mention a few. Our trainers offer state-of-the-art rehab facilities. Muir Orthopedic Specialist. We can get you back in the game. Located in Walnut Creek, San Ramon, and Brentwood. Call today, 888-96-ORTHO.
Where's the action always hot? The 19th Hole Casino at West Nogales Road in Antioch. The newly renovated 19th Hole has been dealing hot hands 7 days a week. We feature Texas Hold'em, No Bus 21, Blackjack, Lowball, High-Low Split, Pie Gow, Keno, and lottery sales. Every Tuesday and Wednesday beginning at 5:30, there's a no-limit Texas Hold'em shootout with winner take all. Friday night is karaoke, and Sunday at 9 a.m. the NFL ticket is on all 14 TVs. The 19th Hole, where the action is always hot.
All right, with Dylan Rath, our Diablo Trophies and Awards player of the game. Dylan, an excellent game here today. 7 innings pitched, 5 walks, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts, but not one of your better games, even though you pitched so well anyway.
Yeah, I didn't feel good since I came out. I've been real tired lately. Throwing a lot of innings here in the first half, and now it's in the second. I'm gotten kind of tired.
They're going to give you a little bit of rest before the playoffs get started, because you guys are in pretty good position right now.
I'll throw against De La Salle Thursday there, and here, and then I'll probably shut it down for a while.
So what do you think of this club? Everything going so well for you guys. Are you guys certainly the best team in this league, or maybe the best team in the North Coast section?
I don't know. De La Salle's pretty much, they've been pretty much our biggest obstacle of beating. So I don't know. We hit. When I pitch, we hit really well. We're batting over 300 as a team. We don't make many errors. So I think we're in good shape.
You got into a little bit of trouble back in the second. Tell us about that double play that you turned.
I went the. Look at the month. It was pretty big to get that. So I don't know what to say about that. I was kind of nervous at the time.
Yeah, it looked like you were in a little bit of trouble. Got the double play to get out of it, but another fine win here for the club.
Yeah.
And where do you see this team going? How far can you guys go?
We can go as far as NCS championship and hopefully win it. But that's going to be it's going to be pretty big to do that. So hopefully we can get there.
Dylan Rath with the complete game victory, gave up just the 2 runs. Dylan, congratulations. Our Diablo Trophies and Awards player of the game, and also McFarland. And we'll get him a plaque, and both these guys a couple of plaques in the mail here tonight. Dylan, congratulations. Let's turn it over back to the coach, John Whitman, and coach to wrap up this ball game. So Dylan Rath with a great game, and he certainly came as advertised. As we look at our schedule, De La Salle and Deer Valley coming up next time, and that should be a great game between 2 very hot teams. Some great baseball coming your way, and also a little lacrosse, Acalanes and Miramani on May the 11th. So Coach Dylan Rath, we told you how great he was and what a year he's been having, and certainly did not disappoint us here this afternoon.
Yeah, we talked about his off-speed pitch when we came up here today, and that was a big part of his repertoire today, and the Panthers had a hard time dealing with that off-speed pitch today.
And for the Panthers, Coach, really, they can't afford to lose any more ball games. They've got to run the table if they're going to make NCS.
It looks like it's going to be tough to do, but it's within reach.
Well, that wraps it up for us. Another win for Deer Valley as they take care of Antioch, and we'll see you next week on the Comcast Game of the Week. Anthony Schultz, along with the coach, John Whitman, for all of us here at the Comcast Game of the Week. So long, everybody.
See you at the yard.